let's just start with our agenda part, guys. I'll quickly show you the agenda on how we are covering up. So see, overall agenda in our training would be for 18 to 20 hours. And primarily, we will be focusing on our three pillars of ITOM: the ITOM discovery, the ITOM event management, and the ITOM service mapping. These are three core pillars in which we will be primarily focusing on ITOM. Now, this content has been upgraded to our latest version, that is the Tokyo version of ServiceNow. But I would suggest that when we start our training, we do not actually use Tokyo, we use San Diego, because Tokyo is right now unstable. And after probably 3 months, it will become more stable. So I suggest that you use San Diego, but our content is already upgraded to a new Tokyo version. Now, talking about little bit on discovery part, we will be going into depth on from where we start discovery, where we gather the requirements, where we implement discovery, and how we exit discovery. Okay, so end to end, we will be understanding how the discovery module needs to be implemented in any organization. Abby and Tammy, I'll talk to you just in few minutes. Okay, just give me some time. For now, you just focus on what we are going to cover up in the agenda part. Now, in the part of this training, I have also included cloud discovery. This is a new concept that I have included. It's purely based upon how we pull resources from cloud. Primarily, we will be seeing the AWS discovery. So this is a topic. Do you want guys me to cover, or you want me to exclude this from this training? I want to know your thoughts on this. You want me to include cloud discovery?
Yeah, you can cover from this.
Yes, I think for me, I really have interest in the cloud discovery, right?
Oh, okay, perfect.
Especially, especially the value it can give to the business. You know, okay, recommending them to go for it. Right?
Okay, so I'll include cloud discovery because this is something which you guys have to create a cloud account, and it's for 1 year free. I'll guide you when our training will start, but I will keep this topic here for now. So I'll remove a star. Star I have added so that, you know, I just ask you if I need to include it or not. So we will say it's a double star. That means we need to mandatorily, we will see this concept. Now, during discovery, we will also talk about a little bit on CMDB. So if you are new to ServiceNow and you don't know anything, then I'll be talking about a little bit on CMDB part, and also we will see a little bit on asset management if we get time, and rest everything will be focused on IRE engine, that is comprising a discovery identification part. So these terms might sound alienating to you for now. It's a little technical word, but I will be going through scratch. Okay, like from zero level, where you do, if you don't know anything, then also it is fine. And for this training, you do not require any coding skills. There is no zero coding skills required to become an ITOM expert or an ITOM architect or ITOM consultant or an ITOM business analyst. So this is something you just have to, don't worry, you don't require any single coding skill. Coming to our ITOM event management and service mapping, these two are important, another two pillars which comprises of your ITOM. And in event management, we will be looking into things using like how a monitoring tool is integrated, how you gather requirements from monitoring tool integrations, how you gather requirements for setting up event management, and how different, I would say rules are present in event management that creates your tickets automations inside ServiceNow. And then at last, we will be moving into service mapping, where we will be looking into, again, I have included another topic called cloud tag based service mapping discovery. So this is another cloud based service mapping I have included. And this is just a new concept in ServiceNow. So I have just included as per our Tokyo content. It was also there in previous versions, but it was not that much full-fledged to be, implemented. So right now I see this is quietly a very advanced thing which has come up. So I have also added it into the agenda. And apart from that, we will be looking into how service mapping is done, how requirements are gathering, how requirements are gathered, how we move service maps to different instances, or how we really implement a map for any organization. Okay, guys, just give me 2 minutes. So Abby, Tammy, Could you just help me out with a little intro of 30 seconds, like what do you know in ServiceNow and what is your expectations? Just 30 seconds is enough, to talk about it. Maybe Abby, if you want to talk about it, what do you know in ServiceNow? Are you new to ServiceNow or you are experienced? Or Tammy, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, just to experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. That's enough. That's enough for me. At least you will not face any issues with that. Just you should know how to navigate ServiceNow. That's enough for me. Okay. Tammy, you want to go ahead?
Yes, I also have experience in the ITSM part of ServiceNow, and I'm just coming in to learn more on ITOM because I currently do service mapping.
Okay.
But I just, need to understand the whole concepts of CMDB, service mapping, and discovery as well.
Okay, for sure. Thank you, Tammy. So Tammy is coming from a little bit background of service mapping, though, but service mapping is one of the easiest module in ServiceNow, guys. You don't have to get afraid of this module, especially. The important part is if you make your knowledge strong on discovery and CMDB, you can crack any interview in the market outside. So if somebody is looking for a job change, or if you're looking for a salary hike, or even if you're looking for implementing a project, this is the content we are providing, and this content purely focuses on new parts or new topics which are there in the market. So once you go outside and give the interviews in respect to what I will provide the training, then I think for sure you will get a job, if you are getting a good calls. So the content covers latest topics and all the necessarily, topics which are necessary for implementing a project. That is important. Topic C module is very little, I would say a little complicated in terms of different concepts which are there, but I will simplify all those concepts for you and will try to go from scratch. Because if you make your knowledge or understanding from basics, then you can then easily understand rest of the topics. So I'll try to focus on clearing up your basics first, your fundamentals. So if your fundamentals are very clear, then I think you can easily do the other things also. And if you are looking for a job change, or you are looking for a good salary hike outside in the market, then when we are doing the training, immediately after that, within a week or two, you can start preparing your resumes in the direction of our content. And I think you will, for sure, that is something I believe how the market is going on. Even the, I would say, Western and Eastern US market or UK market, and even the African market and the Australian market, all are moving into the same directions of ITOM right now, because it's a very, high job oriented, I would say, month going on, and it's a very best time. So you can just prepare your resumes in that direction. Yes, Temi, any questions?
So one of my questions would be, well, are we going to be, be able to like have some type of case scenario that can sound more convincing when we're being interviewed, or when we want to get interviewed for this new products, which is, like ITOM, because I've had some couple of trainings where some of these things are kind of missing, and that's part of the reason why I joined your company, ITSM training again. So I just want to know, are there going to be like some kind of case scenario that once you're being asked during interviews, you can talk about the kind of project that you worked on in regards to working on a map and how you run discovery?
Yeah, I can do one thing for you, Temi, in that case, especially since you asked this question now. So if you join, then I'll keep one separate hour to help you out design a use case, so that you can put exactly in the resume and also say in the interview. So 1 hour I can dedicate specifically on the use case. But see, use case is not only the one way where you learn things. Okay. For example, Prashant, I'll take up your question in 1 minute. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. So tell me what happens when we will learn. Okay. I will drive the discussion in such a way that you will get a feeling that you are implementing a project. How you talk to clients, how you gather requirements, how you, then start putting them into service now. This is what a project is. a use case does not mean that we will be taking up a fake company into consideration and then we will be looking into the direction how we gather requirements in that. No, you are a implementer. I am your client. Just always think in that direction when you take a training, and that becomes your use case in the interview.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Okay.
So you have to
Yes.
you have to feel in the direction that you are in a project only. You are not taking a training, rather you are doing a project. Because how I do the training is I will ask you probably to show up the screen and do things in front of me, show everyone how patterns are created so that you get a feel of how the project is done in an organization. And rest, okay, so it is not a training for you, it is a project only. The day one we will start, it is the project. The day the last day we end is the project end date. Simple.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Prashant.
I'll just brief you about my expectation. So I'm currently working on BMC remedy, okay, and there is a project
We
which they are
love remedy,
migrating to.
guys, Prashant, don't worry.
Yeah, they are migrating to Servicenow, and I need to get into the project somehow. So, and I tried hard to get some knowledge on CMDB when I was working on BMC remedy, but I don't know whether I could not able to get it, or I did not understand that clearly, or I did not get much time or much guidance. Not sure.
Don't worry, Prashant. I will
Yeah.
be taking up CMDB from scratch. The only thing is I will be teaching you concepts which are required for ITOM. CMDB is a very huge topic, but I will make sure that whatever I teach you is enough for you to get a job outside. You don't, or you need to implement a project also, that is enough. You don't need to think, see, you are attending an ITOM training. So your focus should be more on discovery, event management, service mapping. But since you mentioned this, I will include some important CMDB topics also. Don't worry. I've already added that in the agenda. See.
Okay. So this should be sufficient, right?
It would be more than sufficient, Prashant.
Okay. Okay. Anything on like something like mid-server configuration?
Yes. It is part of discovery only. See, how can we skip that topic? It is soul. Okay.
Sure. Thanks, sir.
Yeah. It is the soul of service now. Even not only on mid-server configuration on discovery, I will even ask maybe you to configure mid-servers on cloud. See, I am not interested in doing labs myself. Okay, I'm least bothered about doing labs myself. I will ask you only to do labs in front of me. Okay, I am not doing the practicals. You will be doing practicals more.
Sure.
Okay, it will be a aggressive training kind of thing. Like you might even get bored sometimes, or you might get irritated by sharing screens. But I'll make sure that when I teach, I keep it more like student and teacher interaction. We are all professionals. I might be younger than you, I might be elder than you, but I'll try to keep it as a student-teacher interaction. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask, do you have a separate CMDB training apart from the ITOM?
Separate means you can check with HKR on that, because I think they will have something in their suit, but this is actually one whole package that they provide as a whole training. So you can just check with HKR on that. Okay, maybe if they have something separate for CMDB, but so far what I have been giving trainings is what I am including in this item only. Nilima will get back to you on that. Okay,
all right, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you actually don't need to get a separate one for now. I feel that going for a separate is fine. It's okay, still okay. I mean, HKR can arrange a specific CMDB training, but I think learning in respect to discovery is something enough, or I would say good knowledge you get. CMDB is
I just want to confirm that will the CMDB that we are discussing in this ITOM class be enough?
CMDB is never enough. Okay, this is my answer. I would tell you. Okay, it's an ongoing project program that happens every day, every month, year. It goes and goes and goes on. So I would just say that it's never enough. But understanding it with respect to discovery will make your life a lot more easier. because you will understand a lot of concepts called like identification, how duplicate CIs gets created, how asset management works in CMDB. So that is something I'm covering up.
Okay, all right, sure.
Okay, so but we cannot go more in advance, like we cannot cover the total hardware asset management and software asset management. It becomes a different training, you know, but I will make sure that whatever is necessary, at least for discovery part or for your core CMDB, I will cover it up.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I see Ayush joined. Hi Ayush, thanks for joining. How are you doing?
I think I already introduced myself.
Oh, you introduced. I forgot your name. You
Ayush.
joined it as like that big name. I recalled now. Okay, that big name. You know, it appeared like a junk sys ID kind of thing. Okay. Okay, Ayush. Thank you. No problem. So, guys, this is something an overall agenda, and apart from that, I will be sharing you all my documents. Not the documents. Something which I will share you is my documents. Like I share it to my clients. I am you can say more of a professional. Okay, I am implementing projects. I work in a company. I work in one of the top Fortune company. Okay, so I am a trainer along with my professional career. So whatever documents I share is as per what I share to my clients. So when I share it to them, you want to share it to your clients, you change a little bit font and, you know, design of that document, because I'll be sharing you prerequisite document. I'll be sharing you some labs, some ebooks. So just make sure you keep it with you. Don't share it to anyone, but especially the prerequisite document, which you have to share it to your infra network and client engineering teams. So you just change a little bit wordings of that. Okay, when you share it to your clients. So apart from this, what we will require to kickstart our training will be, I request all of you to create AWS accounts, all of you, so that you can try out real-time cloud discovery at your site. And you can even install a mid server on cloud if you want. Some of the things you can also do it on virtual machines. So if you have a virtual machine, you can install a mid server on your virtual machine on your system also. And do not do this on your office laptops, do it in your personal laptop. If anybody is not having a personal laptop, if you are having only office laptop, I recommend you definitely should install or set up, sorry, a AWS account. Okay, so that we can see how things happens in real time, because most of the students, sometimes they join with office laptop and they are not able to configure mid servers. So I suggest create AWS accounts. I will guide you. If you are not knowing anything in AWS, I'll tell you how to set up a machine, how to open a machine, how to configure a machine, everything I will tell you. You don't have to feel alone on that. Okay. Yes, Ayush.
Actually, in our environment, we are like using more Azure.
You're using more Azure.
Yeah.
So you do one thing. I'll teach you AWS, and I'll also show you AWS, and at the same time, I will tell you how to configure Azure. Will that work for you? You can try that out at your site. I mean, it will not be that much tough. It will be easy only. So AWS, and I will tell you how to configure Azure as well. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. No problem. It's very same. Okay. It's like very same thing. The only thing is the terminology changes. Here we use the word called account ID. There we use terms like client ID, tenant ID, secret ID.
Tenant ID.
Yeah. So the things, I mean, the word changes, that's all. But when I will be covering up AWS, after that, if I have some time, like after that, immediately, just remind me once. I'll cover your Azure also for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. And rest, I think you can create a Azure account and you can practice it at your side. Okay. You don't have to wait for me to come up, but I'll guide you at initial level, like how you need to configure it in ServiceNow, how you need to set up it in ServiceNow, but the account of Azure you need to create. Okay.
Okay.
So can you please include me as well, or whoever else interested for Azure?
No problem, Prashant. This is something like I will be taking as a part of training only. Okay, we are not going to exclude you from anything. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Whatever I will be talking about will be in the training. Everyone will listen to it. I'm not going to discuss anything with separately, individually. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. This will be what I will be covering up, guys. And apart from that, what I require from you is you have one ServiceNow account. That will be required. One ServiceNow account is required, and create it in San Diego. Okay, again, I'm saying you don't create it in Tokyo. You can do it. Okay, that is something I'm not stopping you from creating, but a lot of upgrades are happening to Tokyo. So you might feel like my machine is down today, again it is down tomorrow. So I want you to create it in a stable version. San Diego is a stable version right now. Tokyo you can use if you want to use, but Tokyo is unstable for a few months. Okay, so if you get a chance, you can do it, but create mostly on San Diego. Secondly, we require plugin installation. I will guide you that when our training starts, and a machine, and rest I require you guys. Okay, rest I don't need anything. So this is something we are going to see throughout our ITOM journey. Any questions from anyone? Ayush, Abhi, Temi, Prashant, Opet, D, any questions? D, did you join right now? No, okay. Ayush, your hand is still up. You want to ask something?
Oh, sorry, I'll remove it.
Okay, so I'll ask you one question, guys. So since you are going to take ITOM training, now what is your goal? Are you looking for jobs outside? And tell me frankly, be transparent. See, we don't have to hide anything from anyone. So I am just thinking like, what makes you look for ITOM training? Is it like you want to implement for a project for a client, or are you looking for jobs only outside? Primarily, what are you looking for? Like jobs, money, is it what you are looking for outside? See, job means money only, but jobs or project implementation?
So Prashant, this is Ayush. I'm part of a project where we are implementing CMDB. This is the one part, and definitely for the job, looking for a job as well.
Job change, right? I suspected that.
But
No, yeah,
definitely it's not a one-day job. It will take time.
it will
But
take time.
at the same time, we are working in a project and implementing the same. So
For you, it's a
hands-on
different
experience.
Yeah, for you it is different, Ayush, because most of the students who join me, they are looking for definitely a job change. They are new to service now. They are looking for job change, or maybe they are looking for doing certification also. Sometimes they're looking for project implementation. So something I'll make sure that I assure that when you complete the training, even before that, you can start looking for jobs. Okay, within after 1 week, you can start looking for jobs. You don't have to wait for that whole training to end. When the discovery and CMDB is completed, you go outside and start looking for jobs. My lot of students has within the training got a lot of job offer letters. So I'm just telling you that this is possible. Okay, you don't have to feel like how can I just look for job outside getting a training from you, and within few days. No, it is totally possible. The only thing is you have to prepare resume in my direction. Okay, just forget what you have been doing from past few months or years. You have to listen to me, what I say in the training, and then you have to prepare your resume. Are you getting, guys? Then only you will get good calls from the market.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, this is something which I want you to tell you. And second thing about implementation, I will cover from scratch, like what is discovery, how we gather requirements from client, how we talk to clients, what is the first day we talk to clients, how we talk to other teams, how we close a project. So I'll try to cover up these parts also, so that you get a feeling of how a project is implemented. And rest, I think, are the concepts you have to just remember few of them. And always, guys, one more thing, revise. I see that at the end of the day, when the training is ended, people are not revising concepts, and they forget, and the concepts gets diluted. It's because in service mapping also, we will talk about discovery only. It is discovery we will talk about in service mapping. And I'm covering up some credential-less discovery topics also, some layer 2 discovery topics also. So I'll make sure that I teach you not only, the concepts in a direction where you get confused. Otherwise, I'll keep it very simple, so that you can explain it in the market as well. And focus on the basics. That is important. If you focus on the basics, that is just enough for me. Okay. Now, this is what I will be covering up, guys. Rest, there are some policies and rules that I will be taking up in our first session. That this is not just a coding, this is not a coding class. So if you guys are afraid about coding or JavaScript, then guys, this training is for you. Okay. We are not, we or we can say ITOM. ITOM is purely out of the box. It is not, it does not require any coding skills. Even we do not use probes and sensors nowadays. We use more advanced technology like patterns, where you do not require any coding skills. And for this pattern thing, which I'm going to cover up, I think Abby and Tammy was asking this question. So Abby, Tammy, I think one of you asked this question, right? A use case. So I will be covering up a use case where you can definitely talk about it in the interview. That will be, a good, I would say, example to showcase on what you have done in Discovery. It's a custom pattern we will create. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So guys, that's all for now on the content and the agenda part.